Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Here we go.
Looks like he had green on that play.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Go.
Get him.
Good job right there. Hey, easy.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Time to go. Night.
Check.
Check. 80 weapon. Check.
Now Wilson completes it to Dixon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now the former Notre Damer. This is C.J. Prosise. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Left.
Oh, you got deep? Mike's 5'4", Mike.
14.
Mike's 5'4". Ricky. Watch safety creep.
Good tight.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold.
And, oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
White.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Dixon has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
4 down.
Right there, 56. It's a party now. 56.
This is Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Mike 315.
Mike's 56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
36 power. Hey, let's go double count right here, double count. Charlie.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Carson. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go play action with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Lady.
Mike's 54. So we got man.
Good job right there.
Joker.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
Here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
21. Nice, sweetheart.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
50. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone. But today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic. And they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Gold to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Seahawks.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
56.
On first down, Procise. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's checking.
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You remember me?
Throwing again. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now it's Wilson.
Here we go.
Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Go 14.
Check three.
61. Match box. Light. Alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, guys, listen. Go.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the curl.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Seattle.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They go play action now. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
You don't want it. Mike 56.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ready?
They run again with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Bump.
Mike 5.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And the result here, the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, D. Fair.
Come. Check 37. Check 37.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Front left. 18.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
56, right there, 56.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Shift. Watch the shift.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Let's go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
14.
Watch the run. Fast. 56 is the mic. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Friday. Green 8.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, 0.
I'm coming.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. To throw again is Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Wait, 80. 12.
Come on. You better bring it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
12.
Don't get nervous.
Front it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for 26 and a first down. On first down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play action, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go. 180. 13. 13.
Pick it up.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the run.
This is Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the 49ers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle,
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes.